ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmadya Gurupad Padma, Nityala Preshta Jagat Guru Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Trindi Swami Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Dandi Maharaj, Namnishta Santa Shri Aniruddhas Prabhuji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas who are gathered here for the online class of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Canto 1, Chapter 17, Text 13. Please accept my humble obeisances. आख्यायि वृषभद्रं वा साधूनां कृतागसाम् आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारं पार्थानां कीर्तिदूषणम्. Akhyahi, just let me know, Vrisha, O bull, Bhadram, good, Vaha, for you, Sadhunam, of the honest, Akrita Agasam, of those who are offenseless, Atma Vairupya, deformation of the self, Kartaram, the doer, Parthanam, of the sons of Prutha, Kirti Dushanam, blackmailing the reputation. O bull, you are offenseless and thoroughly honest. Therefore I wish you all good to you. Please tell me of the perpetrator of these mutilations, which blackmail the reputation of the sons of Prutha. The reputation of the reign of Maharaj Ramchandra and that of the kings who followed in the footsteps of Maharaj Ramchandra, like the Pandavas and their descendants, are never to be forgotten, because in their kingdom offenseless and honest living beings were never in trouble. The bull and the cow are the symbols of the most offenseless living beings, because even the stool and urine of these animals are utilized to benefit human society. The descendants of the sons of Prutha, like Maharaj Parikshit, were afraid of losing their reputations. But in the modern days, the leaders are not even afraid of killing such offenseless animals. Herein lies the difference between the reign of those pious kings and the modern states ruled by irresponsible executive heads without knowledge of the codes of God. Text 14. Jane anasangham yunjan sarvatosya cha madvayam sadhunam bhadrameva syat sadhudamane krite. Jane, to the living beings, anagasi, those who are offenseless, agam, sufferings, yunjan, by applying, sarvataha, anywhere and everywhere, asya, of such offenders, cha, and madbhayam, fear me, sadhunam, of the honest persons, bhadram, good fortune, eva, certainly, syat, will take place, asadhu, dishonest, miscreants, damane, curbed, krute, being so done. Whoever causes offenseless living beings to suffer must fear me anywhere and everywhere in the world. By curbing dishonest miscreants, one automatically benefits the offenseless. Dishonest miscreants flourish because of cowardly and impotent executive heads of state. But when the executive heads are strong enough to curb all sorts of dishonest miscreants in any part of the state, certainly they can flourish. When the miscreants are punished in an exemplary manner, automatically all good fortune follows. As said before, it is the prime duty of the king or the executive head to give protection in all respects to the peaceful, offenseless citizens of the state. The devotees of the Lord are by nature peaceful and offenseless. Therefore, it is the prime duty of the state to arrange to convert everyone to become a devotee of the Lord. Thus, automatically there will be peaceful, offenseless citizens. Then the only duty of the king will be to curb the dishonest miscreants. That will bring about peace and harmony all over human society. Text 15. Anagasvya bhuteshu yagaskrud nirankushah ahatasmi ahatarsmi bhujam sakshad martasyapi sangadam. Anaghasu yahiha, to the offenseless, bhuteshu, living beings, yah, the person, agaha kruta, commits offense, nirankusha, upstart, ahata asmi, I shall bring forth, bhujam, arms, sakshat, directly, amartasya api, even one who is a demigod, sa angadam, with decorations and armor. An upstart living being who commits offenses by torturing those who are offenseless shall be directly uprooted by me, even though he be a denizen of heaven with armor and decorations. The denizens of the heavenly kingdom are called Amar or deathless, due to their possessing a long span of life far greater than that of the human beings. For a human being who has only a maximum 100-year duration of life, a span of life spreading over millions of years is certainly considered to be deathless. For example, from the Bhagavad Gita we learn that on the Brahmaloka planet the duration of one day is calculated to be 4,300,000 into 1,000 solar years. Similarly, in other heavenly planets, one day is calculated to be 6 months of this planet. And the inhabitants get a life of 10 million of their years. Therefore, in all higher planets, since the span of life is far greater than that of the human being, the denizens are called deathless by imagination. Although actually no one within the material universe is deathless. Maharaj Parikshit challenges even such denizens of heaven if they torture the offenseless. This means that the state executive head must be as strong as Maharaj Parikshit so that he may be determined to punish the strongest offenders. It should be the principle of a state executive head that the offender of the courts of God is always punished. Text 16. Ragyo hi paramo dharma swadharmasthanupalanam shasato anyan yatha shastra manapadyutpathaniha. Ragya of the king or the executive head, he is certainly Paramaha, supreme, Dharma, occupational duty, Swadharmastha, one who is faithful to his prescribed duty, Anupalanam, giving protection always, Shastaha, while ruling, Anyan, others, Yatha, according to, Shastram, rulings of scriptures, Anapadi, without danger, Upathan, persons going astray, Iha, as a matter of fact. The supreme duty of the ruling king is to give all protection to law-abiding persons and to chastise those who stray from the ordinance of the scriptures in ordinary times when there is no emergency. In the scriptures, there is a mention of apad dharma or occupational duty at times of extraordinary happenings. It is said that sometimes the great sage Vishwamitra had to live on the flesh of dogs in some extraordinary dangerous position. In case of emergency, one may be allowed to live on the flesh of animals of all description. But that does not mean that there should be regular slaughterhouses to feed the animal eaters and that this system should be encouraged by the state. No one should try to live on flesh in ordinary times simply for the sake of the palate. If anyone does so, the kings or the executive head should punish him for gross enjoyment. There are regular scriptural injunctions for different persons engaged in different occupational duties, and one who follows them is called Swadharmastha or faithful in one's prescribed duties. In the Bhagavad Gita 18.48, it is stated that one should not give up his occupational prescribed duties even if they are not always flawless. Text 18.48 in Bhagavad Gita, Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api natyajet sarvarambhahi doshena dhumena agniravrita. Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api natyajet sarvarambhahi doshena dhumena agnirihavritam. Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of this nature, O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault. Such swadharma might be violated in case of emergency if one is forced by circumstances, but they cannot be violated in ordinary times. The state executive head is to see that such swadharma is not changed by the follower, whatever it may be, and he should give all protection to the follower of swadharma. The violator is subject to punishment in terms of the Shastra, and the duty of the king is to see that everyone strictly follows his occupational duty as prescribed in the scripture. Text 17. Dharma vacha etadva pandaveyanam yuktamatarbhayam vacha yesham gunaganai krishno dautyado bhagavan krita. Dharma vacha, the personality of religion said, etat, all these, vaha, by you, pandaveyanam, of those who are in the Pandava dynasty, yuktam, just befitting, artha, the sufferer, abhayam, freedom from all fears, vacha, speeches, yesham, those, gunaganai, by the qualifications, Krishna, even Lord Krishna, dautyadav, the duty of a messenger, etc. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, kritaha, performed. The personality of religion said, these words just spoken by you befit a person of the Pandava dynasty. Captivated by the devotional qualities of the Pandavas, even Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, performed duties as a messenger. The assurances and challenges made by Maharaj Parikshit are never exaggerations of his real power. The Maharaj said that even the denizens of heaven could not escape his stringent government if they were violators of religious principles. He was not falsely proud, for a devotee of the Lord is equally as powerful as the Lord, or sometimes more powerful by his grace, and any promise made by a devotee, though it may be ordinarily very difficult to fulfill, is properly executed by the grace of the Lord. The Pandavas, by their unalloyed devotional service and full surrender unto the Lord, made it possible for the Lord to become a chariot driver or sometimes their later messenger. Such duties executed by the Lord for his devotee are always very pleasing to the Lord, because the Lord wants to render service to his unalloyed devotee, whose life has no other engagement than to serve the Lord with full love and devotion. Maharaj Parikshit, grandson of Arjuna, the celebrated friendly servitor of the Lord, was a pure devotee of the Lord, like his grandfather, and therefore the Lord was always with him, even from the time when he was helplessly lying in the womb of his mother and was attacked by the blazing Brahmastra weapon of Ashwathama. A devotee is always under the protection of the Lord, and therefore the assurance of protection by Maharaj Parikshit could never be without meaning. The personality of religion accepted this fact and thus thanked the king for his being true to his exalted position. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpataru vaishya kripa sindhu vaja pratnanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namaha.